Hello, gentle viewers. This is Indian, welcoming you to a new episode of Out of the Park Baseball 21 with the Baltimore Orioles. We've been managing for 16 years now, and in those 16 years, we've won 4 World Championships and made the playoffs 10 times. We have won 1,304 games, which is pretty doggone good. If we sort by all-time managers by wins, here I am, 1,304. I've got a long ways to go, but I think I'll get there. I think I will. I also have the most playoff appearances of any manager, which only counts managers that were active at the time that OOTP 20 started. So for instance, like Casey Stengel or Joe McCarthy or any of those players just aren't there. So we're doing pretty good. Last season we had an excellent top tier offense and a pitching staff that was, by all accounts, pretty not good. Led by the uncomfortable fact that Baltimore Orioles hero / legend Jack Leiter completely shat the bed. And this is one of those rare contracts that's stupid now and is only going to look even more stupid later on. But yeah, Mr. Leiter lost a great deal of his velocity. If we check his scouting, for instance, at one point he was up to 93. But because of injuries, he started dropping more and more and more. And as a result, his ability to strike people out has changed as well. So we have a completely remade rotation. In fact, only 2 players were in this rotation last season. Chris Thomas and Mathis Lonson. Rodrigo Rivera, we acquired from Pittsburgh when we traded a whole bunch of not important players. And he's an ace in the traditional sense, but I am a tiny bit concerned because of his movement. But we'll see what happens. He has the best chance of anyone of replacing Leiter's production. We acquired Joe Duncan. Now, Mr. Duncan here is pretty expensive, but he seems like he'll be a good choice. He should downpour us with some solid innings second. Old man Chris Thomas is back. We acquired Ben Metz in free agency for a very low cost. And then Mathis Lonson will get his second full year in the majors to show if he's improved anything. Tim Locke is in the minors because I wanted him to pitch for a full offseason in AAA. We acquired Japanese closer Shigegeki Udaka. Apparently we're meant to call him Ellie. I don't think I will, but so we definitely made some upgrades to the pitching staff. That's the good news. And the better news is that we still have a pretty fantastic group of hitters. And there's 2 new names on this list. Well, maybe 3, depending on how you want to consider things. We've moved Jordan Diaz over to full-time DH for now, and I think that's the right play. If we take a quick look at his fielding stats last season, they were not very good. And because there's so many ground ballers, we acquired Mike Cooper to play a much better third base. Now, last season, he was not great for us, but that's okay. And then finally, we've acquired Francisco Lindor to come in and play shortstop for us. At least for 1 season, possibly 2. All this tells us that we're going to be hurting for extensions, and that is undoubtedly a thing we must concern ourselves with. We signed Danny Moreno long term last episode. We have Chris Thomas locked up for a bit, although I'm not as enthusiastic about his. I'll live with it. We've got some other decisions to make this offseason that we're going to have to find some ways to make some additional cash. Specifically, these two gentlemen, Doug Smart and Bob Solis. Both want to get played like the elite offensive players that they've been. Smart is trending in the wrong direction with on-base percentage, and that does concern me. Even though his slugging percentage is pretty great, and he does it for decent contact, this is not worth $10 million a year. Solis, on the other hand, is closer to being worth that amount. And his WAR will go up just because he'll be playing all first base every day now. We should see his WAR actually increase. Not to mention Victor Salinas and his redonkulous ideas of how much money he should be making. All of this is to say that we'll have some difficult decisions to make after this season. But for now, I think we put ourselves in a better position to potentially win the World Series this year. And we did miss the playoffs last year. If we look at the Baltimore team, we've only actually made the playoffs once in the last 3 seasons, which isn't a great look for us. But we are going to have a decent draft pick. So something else that we're going to be spending this doing. Draft order 16th. Ugh. Alright, I'm not going to fuck with that then. I was going to spend some time doing some pre-draft scouting, but nah, it's not worth it. We should be a very competitive team this year. I'm not worried about that. And I think we're going to see a significant improvement in our pitching staff. What I am concerned about is this rotation. And I'm especially concerned about how much money we're paying for it. Duncan is very expensive, as is Mets. And we've got a couple of very difficult decisions to make at the end of this season. I don't fancy paying Doug Smart that much. I'm closer to that on Solis, even though I know his batting eye is pretty crap, as we can see from last season when he was a 308. His ridiculous power and his ability to make consistent contact make him far more deadly than the average low OBP guy, or low on-base percentage guy. OBP is what I meant to say. So that's where we are right now. And we're going to have some interesting choices to make at the end of this season. Can I lock him up for, like, ridiculously cheap? No, he already wants a good bit more than we're projecting to give him an arbitration, so I'm fine with that. And then there's a Maya who's going to want a lot of money, so yeah. We may have to go ahead and opt out of Adley Rutschman's contract and see if we'll take a smaller one. Because we're paying about $10 million per WAR, and that's not a great ratio. It'll probably make him one of the most expensive players in baseball. By the way, OOTP, I love having the most cost-efficient players. I'd like to see the least cost-efficient players, please. That would be amazing. I'm not bringing Andy Neal back. I'm not going to spend that much on a non-closer, especially when he had a bad season last year. So yeah, I think we've done enough to get started. Let's do exactly that. Next month. We're already off to 2-0. We're going to stop the season right here, and that'll be great. Any big changes? Not really. Moreno got better. Amaya got better. Hoskins got a little better. Rivera looks better, but I'm not sure why. Jordan Lara got better. Mike Kelly is making some pretty significant improvements to the point where he might inherit catcher when Adley Rutschman moves on, which I didn't anticipate. Very nice. All right. On we go. I can have Dan Meggs back. To be quite honest, I'm not sure that I want him back. Let's just send him to AAA if I can. Oh yeah, first in the power rankings. Not that it matters. I don't even remember who Steve Rees is. Oh, I acquired him in trade. That's right. To be another bullpen anchor. That's fine. Well, thanks, Brian Mapp. I didn't want you to actually pitch this season. I'm not losing much, but I did have a lot of hope that he would be excellent. And oh my freaking god. What is this nonsense? Would you give like 4 homers in your only appearance? Wow, dude. Please get your shit together, thanks. Like, holy shit, dude. Also, our entire rotation is pretty yikes right now. Hopefully that'll get straightened out. Nope. In fact, we're just going to have even more pitching injuries. Alright. I really don't want to play Locke if I can avoid it. I'm going to play Hoskins instead. Because I want Locke to have a low stress chance to get better. And Ocasio is going to miss 4 weeks. That's more acceptable, I guess. Do we have a reliever? I could call up Brant. Let's do it. I'm just going to make you middle reliever for now. Alright. On we go. Oh, Sonny Hoskins, you're going to get a pitch count of 80. I don't want you getting hurt. Unless you've actually... Have you thrown a lot in the minors? You've broken the 100 inning mark a couple of times. I think I'm going to go ahead and give you no pitch count for now. You're already 27, right? It's not like I'm hurting your development by letting you pitch more. Alright, player development. Reese got better. Brushman is getting worse. Diaz is becoming a better hitter. Jordan Lara is looking a lot better. He's really developing nicely, but I still wouldn't trust him as an everyday second baseman. Any other big changes here? Kelly dipped. That's a yikes. There's nothing else though that's that unnoticeable. Okay, yeah, hitting 350 and 16 home runs in the beginning of the season. You have what, maybe 200 at bats? Less than 150. Holy fucking shit. Damn, son. Amaya's kind of an issue, and I think he always will be because of his... He's going to hit homers, he's going to hit doubles, and he's going to hit for decent contact, but he's not great at drawing... Actually, he should be better at drawing walks, too. I think Amaya just needs some time. This is a very potent, scary lineup, and a rotation that is also scary, but for opposite reasons. Let's keep going. There's not really much else I feel like doing to change things. Okay, Mike Everman is back. Go ahead and go back to AAA, please. If you don't mind, and if you do mind, do it anyway. A trade proposal. You will give me a mediocre starter and a pitcher with not much of an upside. So I'm going to say no to that. Please don't take it personally. I'm just not going to do it. I did lose Steve Reeves again for 5 more weeks. I got to tell you, I don't approve of that. I guess Arriola will be fine. I don't necessarily need amazing pitching. I just need a decent enough bullpen to support a rotation that is so far underwhelming. Are at the point where I need to fire my team trainer again? Maybe. Oh, good. Arriola, you can go back to the minors. Job well done. Ocasio, you're back. Because I like you a little bit better. Alright. I don't know what your deal is, mate. You're pitching like garbage. 14 walks in 18 innings is not acceptable for a reliever. You better get your shit together, or your career is going to be very short indeed. I might just need to make someone else the closer. Hell, I think I will. Andy Cullen. Welcome. You're going to be a middle reliever. Castaneda, you're my 8th inning setup guy, and I guess Andy Neal, you can be my 7th inning setup guy. Because, yeah, dude, until you get your walks under control, I cannot trust you to be an important pitcher. So you're now a garden variety middle reliever, while the rest of my team does it. Are you going to get whiny with me if I don't let you be the closer? No. Good. Alright, on we go. Three homers for Bob Solis. Danny Moreno's hitting .380 with 25 homers in June. Holy, and let me stress this, fuck. Like, this is frankly completely and utterly absurd. And I might finally get some of these 50, 60 homer seasons that every other team has gotten regularly, apart from us. That's a real good slugging percentage. Is 772. I'm pretty confident of that. In fact, I believe it would be a major league high. Let's see. Leaderboards. Single season slugging percentage is Barry Bonds. Yeah, that would easily crack the top 10. Turns out Barry Bonds is real damn good, though. So, no shame in that. I'm hoping that this bit of a down year for Doug Smart will convince him to stop asking for so much damn money. We will certainly see. Do I talk to Solis and ask him politely to sign a multi-year deal? Because it's only going to go up from here, right? There's no way he cost me less money. I really don't like Victor Salinas as a leadoff hitter. Do I have a better one that's available to me? Weirdly, Adley Rutschman would be a much better leadoff guy. Because the dude gets on base, which Salinas just doesn't. Like, as stupidly redonkulous as this lineup is, it could be even more redonkulous if I had a better leadoff guy. I mean, he is still stealing bases at an incredible rate, so I guess that's good news. But, oh, only ever give me my scout. Fuck OSA. Alright. Let's go up to the draft. Amazing. I could not be happier unless literally anything else had also happened. Alright. I thought that was... I see Shane Bieber is trying to come back as Sam Baber. Nice try, mate. Edwin Rivera, you're fine. I'm not going to mess with anything else at the moment. Consiglio, who are you? Huh. You're a very competent center fielder. There's tons of value in that. What does this organization need more than anything right now? That's not what I wanted. I wanted not prospect development. Top prospects, no. What's the super cool... I always lose this screen. I think it's under player development. Yeah, here we go. I frankly need more top prospects, period. But I do like that the best player for each of these positions is actually the one in the majors. You're arguing that Luis Jimenez is better than Mike Cooper? Not this year, he's not. I mean, I agree that he will be in the future, but I think Mr. Jimenez needs some more time to develop. But, yes. We really just need to take the best player available. Because this isn't the other series. This is the Orioles series. It's not the 2 or 3 history series. I'm not going to get someone who helps my team this season, or probably even next season, unless I take a reliever. That's not what we need. What we need is we need pitching prospects, but we just need talented players. That's where we are. And hopefully choosing 16th overall will give us a reasonable chance at getting at least one talented player. We can only hope. So, there is only one hitter that our scout likes at all, which is Josh Reed. And I kind of see why. He's an unusual player in that he plays shortstop extremely well and hits for lots of power. But I don't think this is the kind of player we need right now. I think we need pitching. Oh, I missed Nate Hill. What's your deal? You're another guy who hits for lots of power and doesn't have a lot of other benefits to it. Kevin Carter is a real damn good relief pitcher who actually could be a starter if not for that control. This control really worries me. Otherwise, he's a borderline starter. He's a ground baller. He throws hard. He's already got two very good pitches. He's working on his third. His stamina's not great, but if he can avoid this issue, he could be a star pitcher. I'm going to look at the three actual starters, though. So, Bo Cummings, meh. Ground ball guy, decent array of pitches. He's fine. Mike Davis is fine. Jose Delgado is fine. He's a little more fine than the others, but I frankly think we take Kevin Carter and just make him start in the minors and see what we can get out of him. I think that's our play. Jose Delgado is intriguing enough that I will go ahead and take him with my second round pick. Anthony Adames is a reasonably good outfielder who can't hit. Mike Cook is a reasonably good catcher who can't hit. Garrett Charles is a reasonably good shortstop who can't hit. I'm noticing a pattern here. Chris Schneider is another possible starter, but he does want an awful lot of money. Let's take Roger Araya instead. Fuck it. Give me Chris Schneider too. I'll spend all the money. And I think we've already, quite frankly, reached the point where it doesn't matter who I pick because no one's going to be that exciting. So I'm going to go ahead and complete the draft. So in order to get premier talent, we've basically taken on much riskier players than you normally would. But I think it could pay off for us in really giving us some really talented starting pitchers. And if it doesn't, it's only money. And unlike real life, this isn't my money. I'll happily spend it even on bad players just because there's no reason not to. And Danny Roach could be a good player sometime. We just need to let him develop and see how he works out. Alright, we're going to sim ahead a couple of weeks, and then I'm going to make some changes to their minor league fortunes. Alright, we're going to lose Amaya for a few weeks. That's not ideal, but it's not something we're not able to deal with. I think Consiglio is the only clear choice to play while Amaya is out. Meyer's real good defensively. I'm going to go ahead and say yes to Meyer being the starting center fielder, and then Consiglio can back up. And again, Meyer, and then Consiglio. Here we go. 400 homers for Adley Rutschman. Lovely news. All right, Kevin Carter. You're going to be fine however you're dealt with. Oh, no, you're the guy drafted first overall, the one I was concerned about his thing of. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take personal control of your future there. Araya, you're my traditional bullpen guy. I don't really care how you work out. Schneider is also a starter. I agree with that idea. I'm going to let you just develop for a bit, though, and then Jose Delgado is fine. All right. Bob Solis has 40 homers almost before the All-Star break, which is very yikes. For the rest of the week, at least. Izquierdo? Isn't it also left in Spanish? Wouldn't be a terrible upgrade to this rotation. But you're asking for an even better one, and I'm not giving up Tim Locke, so you can go fuck yourself. I'm not doing that shit. You can count on that. Okay, Steve Reese is ready to come back. What say you have some rehab time? Think about what you've done. I'm kidding. Okay. A season end for the French. How scandalous. Sacre bleu. Ooh, very nice. Danny Moreno got the most votes in the American League, as he should. Amavisca made the All-Star team as a reliever. Good for him. Adley Rutschman made it. Bob Solis made it. Danny Moreno made it. Anyone else from Baltimore? Hey, you know what? First base, left field, catcher, and a relief pitcher is pretty damn good. How is Jack Leiter doing these days? Do I have him shortlisted? He'd better be shortlisted so I can keep eyes on him. He is not even in the major leagues. Woof. Ooh, do I have any prospects? Tim Locke. And Jordan Lara. Very nice. Very nice. And John Rivera. Rivera. Dude. I think we cut bait. He has not proven that he can hit in the minors. At all. Ever. And I think he's already been lapped in our system by Mike Kelly. Or at least close to it. I have Navarez here. Like, I've got other catching options. I don't see any real benefit to keeping John Rivera at this point. I don't think he'll ever turn out. He hasn't once hit well in the minors. He's ranged from slightly above to slightly below league average. And if you're not an amazing defensive catcher, that's just frankly not good enough. So if I'm going to move on from him, what do I hope to acquire in the deal? And I hope that's obvious. It should be any quality prospect that, not necessarily a catcher, but I'm going to set you on the available status and see if I start getting offers for Rivera. And we'll just try that. I'll just quietly say he's no longer untouchable and see what that gets us in terms of offers. Are you fucking kidding me, game? Why do you insist on doing this to me? Why must you take the best player in the majors and then injure him? Like, constantly. I don't have a good outfielder anywhere in the minors. Like, at all. I guess I know what I'm trading John Rivera for. I need outfielders. Ideally somebody fairly young, but I just want the best outfielder I can get my hands on. No thanks. Oh, I made a terrible mistake when I traded away so many outfielders over the seasons. We have no depth at the position whatsoever. Let's take this a different way. Who is an outfielder that's on the trading block? Daniel Cabrera is. Um, but I'm not bringing him back at that price. Dylan Cruz wouldn't be a bad idea, but the thing is, right field's not a position I need. I need left field. Outfielders, please. Hedbert Perez can't really play left. I guess trading for Cruz and sticking him in left isn't the dumbest idea I've ever had, and I'm hoping that I won't need him for very long. Alright, Washington, I would like to get some Dylan Cruz in my life. I will offer you John Rivera. You are somewhat interested in the offer. That's fine. Submit offer. And then we'll just deal with it for a bit. How is the season over again? Like, what the actual fuck, Steve Rees? Did you get hurt winning the home run challenge, Danny Moreno? I'd be very unhappy with you if that was the case. Alright, so we're going to sim forward a couple of days. And you say no way. But it wouldn't take much to get more? Here, have Crappy McGee. And then I'm instantly going to stick you at left field. And I'm going to put you on the Major League roster. Let me make this painfully clear to you, my dear friend. You are here because someone has to play the position, and not because I expect you to be a top-tier hitter. And I think you're more likely than most to excel at the position. There we go. Do I have anyone in the top 10? I doubt I even have a top half minor league system. Just under. That's fine. That is fine. Alright. Personnel. Minor leaguers stay forever. We know the rules. Who else? Peter Woodworth. I have more than a few power pitchers, so you know what? I'm willing to let you be the guy to help develop my next round of pitchers. Danny Gay, I'm sick of all the injuries, and you're actually pretty bad at your job, it looks like. So I'm going to find a new one, but I will bring back Chris Nathan. Because I do... Oh, you don't even want to be a scouting director anymore. I wonder if you plan to retire. That's unfortunate. I wasn't hoping to replace both of them, but whatever. It is what it is. Alright, Danny Moreno, please get better soon, because I don't like having a not awesome left fielder who's not an MVP candidate. Although Bob Solis has 44 home runs already. And this isn't a Chris Tharp issue, right? Where he's otherwise a garbage tier player, he's just playing really well right now. No, this is just, he's amazing. Alright. Buddy, how about you and I have a chat? This chat includes a 5-year deal, and I'm going to give you $1 million more each year. What do you say? No. You know what? I don't blame you. You have all the leverage right now. Now, but you know who doesn't have much leverage? Doug Smart. What, I have $5 million to give someone an extension? Oh no, I only do if I sign him to a new deal. What if we do 4 years? Structured like this. That is a very good deal and I will take it. It gives him a very minor raise and it still lets me keep him, but not to the point where I'm playing like Austin Hendricks a stupid amount of money to play badly for me. Alright. Moreno will be back in 2 days. That's amazing news. Anyone I'd want to sign here? You're all kind of hot garbage, if I'm honest with you. Yep. Doug Smart wants more money. No, I think he's on a bit of a hot streak, so he's like, give me more money, please. Oh, nice. Adley Rutschman's enjoying a little bit of a minor career renaissance. Dylan, I'm not promising to bring you back. You're only here until Danny Moreno is healthy, and then I'll probably trade you again. Okay, we get Amaya back. That is very excellent news. That's going to kickstart things. A big shout out to Meyer, who had, quite frankly, an amazing season to keep us propped up while we waited for Amaya to get healthy. But I want you to hit real good the rest of the way. Nope. I don't know why people think I want to get rid of Everman. Wait, what? Yeah, dude, you should just be on the injured list now. Alright, you'll be back in 2 more weeks. You know what? Sonny Hoskins has taken this opportunity and run with it. I'm very impressed by him so far this season. He's striking people out. He's barely walking them. He is giving up a few hits, but not too many. Seeing him fill one of these gaps for me makes me feel a whole lot better about our chances in the future. Fucking Moreno. Well, now I'm not going to be able to trade him. I don't need your bad relievers. Just please stop, game. Oh, you traded Daniel Cabrera. Okay, Tim Bell is real fucking good. I am not handing you all of this for one player. I'm not giving up Solis for anybody. Just, he is my dude. And I'm not going to give up Locke either. I'm literally only letting Locke pitch in the minors because I wasn't sure he'd get to pitch every day. I tell you what, mate. I drop Solis and I drop Locke. Oh, look, now you don't want to do the deal anymore. That's fine. I wonder... Now, this is actually an intriguing decision. Alright, first of all, before I make any other moves, I need to quickly look at Jordan Lara. Lara's not a great second baseman, but he's an okay hitter. I've also still got Micah Burns, and I can always have Micah play second. Hell, I can have Mike Burrows consider playing some infield position or something. And Victor Salinas is real good, but a chance to make a super mega upgrade to the rotation is kind of hard to say no to. So among my current starters, who has been the least good? Ben Matz has been unimpressive. Lonzin has been unimpressive. What if I offered you Lonzin? Does that move the needle for you? It doesn't. You'd still want Salinas. Okay. Question 1. Is Steve Bell or Tim Bell the kind of pitcher we'd like to add to our team? He's got fairly good control, really good movement, and pretty good stuff. He's had 2 above-average seasons and is on pace to have another one. He's not having the best season of his career, struggling a little bit, but still an overall good player. His contract is pretty expensive. So I'm actually going to say no to this, but I am going to say yes to something else. Lonzin, you've pitched about 300 innings in the major leagues. Your inability to throw strikes consistently is holding you back and will always hold you back. And Tim Locke has done what I wanted him to do, which is have some time in AAA to improve. So Lonzin, you're going to the minors. Locke, you're coming to the majors. And Lonzin, I think, are getting traded. I only want prospects. Don't even miss me with any other kind of offer. Are there any genuinely good prospects here? Juan Ramirez isn't a terrible second baseman, but I think I'd prefer an outfielder if I can get one. I want some more depth in the minors in the outfield department. What if we just talk about outfielders? The best I can do is AJ Just, who is a really great defensive right fielder. You know what? I'll take it. And I'll see if I can get you to throw in somebody else, but you'll probably say no. But it doesn't hurt to ask, right? I could get John Rivera back. I forgot this is the team that I traded for. What a Chad. I get JD Brown. Give me JD Brown too. It's very close. How about a Danny Nelson type? I could see myself going for a guy like him. Wow, you certainly love Danny Nelson. How about Gilberto here? Can I get him too? It's extremely close. Here, take Jose Ortiz. Do it. And that gives us a couple of medium tier relievers. Hey, Danny Lamelli. I remember you. I remember thinking I might have drafted you at one point. It looks like I'm glad that we didn't. But you can be removed from the short list now. I no longer care. Oh, okay. Well, that's not as exciting. I thought I just saw a Baltimore no-hitter, and I was like, what the hell? Yeah, and I know that Lonson is the kind of pitcher that other teams would probably find a lot of value in, but a guy who can't throw strikes is just not something that we need. Solis is best bat of the year again. Tim Locke got better. There we go. Juan Caraballo is looking pretty slick. When does Moreno come back? When does he come back? 3 days. Okay. Let me make this clear to you, Dylan Cruz. You've done a fine bit of service for this team, and you're gone. I'm not going to waive you, and I think I might even keep you on the roster. Because you are a decent corner outfielder. I don't know, though. Well, Amavisca's missing several weeks. Alright, you know what? Mike Burrows, I want you back in AAA. And we'll activate Moreno. And then Micah Burns isn't the worst possible backup shortstop, so that's fine. Moreno, you're going to start, and you're going right back to hitting third. And then Burns backs up at short. And then Dylan Cruz, I want you to be available as... You know what? Just give me a new depth chart. Actually, I don't actually mind the idea of letting him spell people a bit more. It's not a terrible idea. We can live with that. Now, I do need a reliever, and I guess it's probably going to be Areola. Because I don't think I have anyone that's any better that's ready for the big leagues. Alright. On to roster expansion. Lindor has a concussion. Bregman? Alex Bregman has 700 homers. Yikes. Alex Bregman is not that good a player. He never has been. Like, what the shit, dude? Five hits for Moreno. Get ourselves some expanded rosters. That sounds good. I'm going to pull Burrows. No. Man, Lara. What do I do with you? I don't know what I do with you. Devin Mann, you can be activated and give me some innings, and then I guess... Yeah, let's have Burrows. It doesn't hurt to have an extra middle infielder. Cooper hasn't been brilliant, but he's been decent. He's been decent. And let's go ahead and sim up to the end of the regular season. Wait for it. There you go. And Lindor just tore his meniscus on the day we clinch the regular season. I'm going to be honest with you. I let Mike Burrows play shortstop last season, and he was pretty goddamn awful at it. Everman, I don't think you've ever actually had much of a chance to actually play in the majors, so you're up, my dude. Let's see if you can manage it. No, not Dylan Cruz, Everman. Because not that I don't like Mike Burrows, it's that he doesn't hit that well. And I'd like a shortstop who hits a little better than that, unless they're going to be like the second coming of Ozzie Smith. What? I'm sorry. What? 67 home runs. What's the home run record again? In our series, it's still 73. Bob Solis is the number 8 home run hitter of all time. Like, holy shit, dude. And you were an international free agent signing. Oh, you're going to demand so much money in fucking arbitration this offseason. It's going to be real embarrassing. Yeah. Oh. We'll fix coaches in the offseason, I suppose. Come on, Bob. Give us some more homers. 68. Are you fucking kidding me? That's why your ass isn't getting hired back, you piece of garbage. How on earth does someone who's durable get injured 3 separate times? This shit needs to stop, and that's why your ass was grass. Consiglio gets called back up. Dylan Cruz. Diaz is going to hit 3rd. Smart will hit 5th. Diaz will hit 3rd. Smart's going to hit 5th. Like, seriously, this shit needs to stop. And I'm going to murder people if they don't fucking figure out how to not injure my damn players. All right. Let's look at the leaderboards. 68 homers for Bob Solis. I would like some more homers, please. Oh, great, I can have Dan Amoviska back. It's not terrible, right? I can send Areola back to the minors. Bring up Amoviska, let him pitch some more middle relief for us. Oh, Amoviska was my anti-lefty guy, wasn't he? Yeah. Oh, well. Come on, Solis. Break the record. 69. Nice. Break the record. Break the record. 71. I bet you want to come back, Dylan Cruz. I bet you do. All right. I know we're asking a lot, Bob Solis. We're asking a lot. But if you can hit 3 homers in the last game, you can be the #1 home run guy of all time. What did he finish with? I must know. 71 homers. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Bob Solis is going to be the MVP this season. I feel pretty strongly about that. I might even get a handful of votes for Chris Thomas as Cy Young, but that's less important to me. Let's get the playoff roster set. It's who it needs to be. I'm comfortable with this roster. All right. All right, game. Until the next playoff round. And I'm going to finish the game. I'll be honest, I don't know who this team's ace is. I guess it's Rivera. I do know that I'm only going to do 3 men in the beginning here. And I know that none of them are going to be Ben Matz. Nice. Not as nice. Very not nice. Come on, game. We can't be beaten by Daniel Corona Jr. That is the ultimate form of treason. Close my eyes. And we got beaten in 4 games. Damn it. It's a classic pattern, right? We stop hitting when the playoffs start. Like Bob Solis in particular was pretty disappointing. No, I'm going to tell a lie. It's not his fault. It's Jordan Diaz's crappy fault. Holy shit, dude. 1 hit and 14 appearances, and you were batting third? Like, yeah, Sonny Hoskins got roughed up, and Rodrigo Rivera wasn't great either, but if we're not hitting, oh well. We just led the league, and we just won more games than any other team in Major League Baseball and got bounced out in the first round. That's how life works, I guess. Huh. The Milwaukee Brewers won the World Series. Good for them. Lindor, you're an idiot. Adley Rushman. You've had a pretty nice bounce back season. But you're also... I'm scratching my ears, sorry. But you're also getting older, a lot older. Holy shit. Our market is now up to below average. That might mean I get more money. Oh, Jack Leiter retired. Look, I 1000% agree that his number gets retired. And I also, quite frankly, think he's still a Hall of Famer. Even if his career wasn't as long as I would have liked. Look at that. Look at this bloody career. I'm voting him in a heartbeat. I got a 3-year, $2.2 million. I know I've got to replace some people. That's all fine. A brand new budget. Season goals. How are you unhappy with me? Like, I know you want me to be better at defense, but I also want you to shut up. So how does that sound? I just don't know about Rushman, guys. I think $26 million is too expensive for him, even with a bit of a bounce back, so I'm going to avoid his option. And then we're going to have ourselves a bit of a talk with what to do with him next season. Like, Lindor, you were fine, but you weren't great. And you were actually kind of a trash tier shortstop. So I'm just going to get a new shortstop next season, and that's fine. What went well this season? Let's start with Bob freaking Solis, who's just like, baseball's way easier than it looks, guys. Like, holy fuck, he was amazing this season. This is a player who provided no defense whatsoever, and he still gave me an amazing offensive season. This is exactly what I needed from you. Thank you, Jordan. Rusham was decent. Salinas was fine. I mean, Amaya basically did what he did last season, just he got hurt. If this is what we get from him each season, this is just what we get. I also don't trust these ratings because I know I don't have a scout. Cruz was fine. Smart was okay. Cooper wasn't very good. Everman turned out fine and fairly limited playing time, but nonetheless. Pitching, Chris Thomas was the ace. Rodrigo Rivera had a good season. Sonny Hoskins proved he can hang with the big boys, which I was concerned about. He did give up quite a few homers, but the rest of his package, his skill set, was very helpful. Ben Metz was fine. And Tim Locke didn't get to pitch all that much. Like, that's less than 5 innings to start. I think he just needs some more reps, and we'll see him improve. A ton of plus value from my various relievers. I'm excited about that. Really excited about it. And then we can't forget, when we're talking about amazing seasons, hello, 6.7 WAR. Like, the sky's the limit with him and Solis. Can Solis, which, oh god, no. You know what? Let's end this episode right. No, he just wants his 1-year deal. That's actually fine. There you go. You know, let's take a moment with salary arbitration. Let's just make some super quick offers here. If you want to come back for $3 million, I'm not going to tell you no. That's perfectly fine. Amaviska, I will bring you back. Doug Smart. Can I get you to take a deal like that? Okay, if you take that, I will be over the moon with joy. And everyone else here just gets a 1-year extension. Because I need to see my relievers prove it before I sign them to bigger deals. Nelson Vasquez, I have no objection to giving you a bit of a raise. But it's probably not going to be a massive one. Same goes for you. Bobby Dwyer, I'm just going to go ahead and non-tender you. I think any value you had is long since gone. No, you want a raise that's pretty high. So I'm going to go ahead and offer you the qualifying offer. Andy Neal. Fuck you. Wow. Okay, bro. I'm going to hand out some minor league deals, too. That's all fine. So, we're probably going to need a new catcher next season. Because I can't spend $26 million even on a very, very good catcher when I could probably get one who's as good for 80% of that. A long-term deal for Smart would be great. Bob Solis, I'd love to get him locked up, but he'll be harder than some. And let's finish the episode by getting the very best scout and the very best team trainer that money can buy. Oh, Elvis Morel, you're my new AA hitting coach. We'll just do some quick coach hiring. I want the very best scouting director in the history of scouting directors. Hello, DJ Vilhick. Welcome to the Baltimore Orioles. Alright, team trainer. Give me them blue numbers. Blue numbers? Blue words. Alright. I really like the looks of you, Mr. Dave Rossner. I really do, actually. Like, I know he's not the best at recovery, but he's great at preventing the injuries in the first place. But then there's also Jerry freaking Rios, who's great at everything but healing leg and back injuries. Do it. Do it now. And then we'll just quickly fill out the rest of our coaching staff before we end our episode here. You need a manager. Give me coach tendencies. Good reputation. Carlos Hernandez, you're in. I need a hitting coach. Jed Morris, you're in. I need a pitching coach. Austin Ross, you're in. So, I know the season ended with less of a bang and more than a whimper, but we have some incredibly talented players on this team. And I'm really hopeful that we can build on our success from this season. Because Lord knows there's lots of ways that we can improve this team. For starters, mega yikes. Victor Salinas is not a good enough second baseman for me to carry him being league average. He actually cost us a win with his bad defense. Yeah. And maybe the answer to that question is letting Jordan Lara play second base. How is he fielded in the minors? He's been okay. All I know is I don't feel like paying a guy that much money if he's not going to give me top quality play in all aspects of the game. Got maybe Luis Jimenez. Maybe we give him a chance to play third next season. He's certainly impressed in the minors, for sure. He's definitely got a real chance to make the team as our third baseman. Because Cooper was fine, but he was hardly anything exceptional. I think we're going to see some turnover in the infield next season. But most particularly, we're going to have a new starting catcher for the first time since 2022. Because I ain't bringing this back. Not at $26 million a year. Absolutely not. You're my dude. I love you, Adley Rutschman. And if you want to come back for, say, $15 million, I'd think about it. But you're a decent catcher and a good hitter that happens to play catcher. But I'm not overpaying you for what's basically been your best offensive year since 2030. Okay. That's going to be it for this episode. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying. Please remember to give the video a like if you did like it. Feel free to drop comments down below. Maybe some happy trails to Jack Leiter, who I believe should be a first ballot Hall of Famer. But yeah, until next time, this has been Avindian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you good day.